But he insists that the violence here is not nearly as graphic or disturbing as what's broadcast every night in primetime dramas.
Nobody's getting killed, nobody's getting raped, nobody's getting murdered on our shows. Our violence is more like it's slapstick. It's Three Stooges. It's cartoonish. It's
crash, bang, boom, and they get up to fight another day.
Yeah, absolutely, no question.
But people are still getting hit in the head with chairs. They're being kicked below the belt. Referees are being attacked. I mean, anything goes. And it is a 2-hour celebration of ultra-aggressive behavior.
But again, I'd like to think that our fans, the passionate fans of WWF, know the difference between what's reality and what's not.
But remember that story he told about being a toddler and seeing his father get slammed by an opponent? You said to yourself, who is that man and why is he trying to hurt my dad?
Sure.
Doesn't your own experience at that age prove that especially young people, especially children, can't always tell the difference between fantasy and reality?
No question. At 5, absolutely, I completely agree with you. But at the same time, I was fortunate enough to have responsible parents with me. My mom was right away. She was on it.
But are parents today on it with their kids? Johnson's not so sure. But one thing they can count on, he says, is that their little ones will not be seeing The Rock or any other WWF wrestler wielding any guns or knives.
We do have what we call weapons match, which of course would include maybe a 2x4 that would break as soon as you hit someone with it. But in terms of a weapons match, guns and knives, and no.
Do you ever worry that a kid's going to go pick up a 2x4 and slam his sister over the head with it, thinking that it's going to break just like that and she's going to be fine and somebody's going to get seriously hurt?
I don't ever worry about that. If it does happen, then of course, I feel for that. And
are you responsible?
Am I responsible for the kid who does that? No, I don't feel I'm responsible for that. I think I think their parents are ultimately responsible for letting their kids watch what they're watching.
While that debate is far from over, at least there's no more arguing over whether pro wrestling is for real. Along with the trash-talking and butt-kicking, Johnson and his colleagues have finally thrown something else into the ring. It's hard for me to use the words integrity and pro wrestling in the same sentence. Mm-hmm. But at least now you have finally come clean.
Sure.
Come honest about what this is.
Sure.
The scripts, the choreographing, the predetermining the winners and the losers. This is not a sport.
And we are not a sport. No, we are sports entertainment. It's action-adventure, it's drama, it's comedy, it's a lot of comedy.
So by the time you're out here, the transformation is complete? Dwayne It's a Tuesday night in Chicago, about 3 hours till showtime. Johnson is showing us the ropes. So tonight's comedy, as he calls it, won't amuse wrestling critics. It's hard not to smile at how jazzed up he gets, taking center stage at this theater of the absurd. And the crowd is going wild.
The crowd is going crazy. They're chanting his name. You could hear him now.
They're seeing him up on the big screen, and they're seeing him here.
They're seeing him up on the big screen, dropping the people's elbow. There's going to be 25,000 screaming, rabid Rock fans here tonight.
And by the time you get down here to the ring, you pretty much know what's going to happen.
Sure. Now, don't hurt yourself here, Stone.
As with every fight, he already knows the outcome. Tonight, The Rock will lose.
This is it.
But while the violence will be make-believe, the profits are very real. Will we see the eyebrow tonight?
You'll see it right now.
It's now about an hour before the show. In his dressing room, the metamorphosis begins. Is it true you use a little baby oil before going out there?
Well, just between us, The Rock will put on a little body sheen. Not baby oil. That's the wrong terminology, Stone. Body sheen. The Rock uses body sheen.
Is the body sheen made by Johnson & Johnson?
The Rock can't disclose that information right now. Here we come.
Now just moments before his curtain call, the morphing of Dwayne Johnson into The Rock is almost complete. As he makes his way to the arena, the infectious smile disappears, and this made-for-TV gladiator is once again ready to do make-believe battle. Whether you love this stuff or hate it, there's no question that for the crowd awaiting his entrance, The Rock has a kind of magic. And as unsettling as it may be, To some, he is even a role model. If there's a piece of The Rock that's worth holding on to, any virtue amidst this manufactured mayhem, Johnson says it's The Rock's unbreakable spirit, summed up in the motto this outrageous character shares with the man who plays him.
Just bring it. That's it. Just bring it. I say that in my everyday life in terms of my challenges and things like that.
For all of the negative things your critics may point to, that's one of the positive things about this character you've created.
Oh, no question. No question. And
He believes in himself.
The Rock believes.
To say the least.
The Rock completely believes in himself, taking on all comers, all obstacles, all mountains. Just bring it.